My name is Jordan Rager. I'm originally from Loganville, Georgia. In a small town, you're a rock star over a big buck home run or touchdown. I think the first time I realized I wanted to write songs was, it happened at a very young age. I started, listening to guys like Alan Jackson and Merle Haggard and, guys like that. And started loving the idea of writing my own songs and playing my own songs for people and them singing those songs back to me. I loved it from a young age, and then once I started doing it, I really fell in love with it, and I just never stopped. And I just tried to keep getting better at it every time I sat down to write something. I think my favorite part of the songwriting process is just when it's all said and done, you just look at what you just created and you go, all right, let's see if it works. It's kind of like, I don't have kids personally, but I kind of imagine that would be kind of like what it would be like, sending your kid off by themselves, all right, I've done everything I can to make this as good as it can now. Let's see how it does on its own. And also, like, just the excitement of seeing, like, an idea form together is, like, always really cool to see for me. A walk-up window with the best food you ever had. High school still flying at state champ flag. Main Street ain't changed, still stuck in the past. I look up to a lot of the songwriters in Nashville now. Just to work with the caliber of writers I've gotten to work with is unreal, and it's a true blessing. Some of the guys that inspire me are, Casey Beathard was always one of my favorites, and I've had the honor to write a couple songs with him. There's so many talented guys in Nashville. I was born in the 90s, so I'm a 90s baby. So the country music of the 1990s was always on when I was growing up. So I heard, the Alan Jacksons and like old school McGraw and old school Chesney and Mark Chestnut and John Michael Montgomery and, Travis Tritt and Shenandoah and all these guys and bands and girls that just, the 90s was such a cool era for country music, and it's one of my favorites. Yeah, in a small town. My granddad always used to have this saying, keep the blinders on. And at first, when I was young, I was like, I don't really know what that means. I'm not sure. And then he started to explain to me, like, when you got a horse and carriage, they put blinders on the horse to know that he's going just in the direction that he's pointing, so he can't look left or right. And that's always stuck with me for some reason. Just, keep your eye on the goal, keep the blinders on, don't let anything else around you bother you, and just keep trucking forward no matter what. The first time I ever heard my song on the radio, I was actually driving to my mom's birthday dinner. It was me and my mom, my dad, and my two brothers in the car, and I was totally in La La Land, not paying any attention, and I'm playing on my phone or, whatever I'm doing, and I heard the song kick in, and I was like, that sounds familiar, but it didn't register in my head until I heard my voice come through the radio, and I was like, this is me. So, like, I immediately, like, I was taking pictures of the radio, and I was texting all my friends, and, like, it was really surreal, but it was really, really cool at the same time. My mom was crying, my dad's high-fiving me from the front seat, and so it was really cool. That's definitely a moment that I'll remember for a long time.